My name is Yvonne Bowers, born Yvonne Oliver in 1950 in San Francisco. Recently, I had my mitochondrial DNA tested because I'm very interested in my female genealogy, daughter to mother to grandmother and so on. I can trace my female lineage back to my 6th great-grandmother. This is a picture of my family tree. My women were in North Carolina from the early 1700s to the 1850s, over 150 years. My 6th great-grandmother was Margaret, maiden name unknown. Margaret married William Sherman. One of their 5 children was my 5th great-grandmother, Jane, born about 1750. Jane married James Wilson and had 7 children, including my 4th great-grandmother, Ruth. My 4th great-grandmother, born 1775, married Joseph Eliot in 1795. The last of their 10 children was Rachel, my 3rd great-grandmother, born 1812. Rachel married Robert Moffat in 1832 in Randolph County. This is their marriage certificate. The 7th of their 9 children was my great-great-grandmother Angelina, born April 22, 1846. After so many generations in North Carolina, the Moffats, with some other families, moved west to the Missouri in the 1850s. This is Angelina. In Missouri, Angelina met and married Adlai Rufus Lawrence in 1866. Their 2nd child was Martha Rachel Lawrence, called Maddie, born 1869. After 2 more children, Angelina died at the age of 28. It must have been very sad. Rachel, Angelina's mother, outlived her by 14 years. Maddie married Jason Garrison on January 25, 1889. They had 7 children in Missouri, and after my great-aunt Mildred was born in February 1901, the family headed to California by wagon. My grandmother, Lulabelle, was born on April 19, 1905 in Ceres, California. Lula and her sisters liked to go to the Bay Area as teenagers, and it was there, on Neptune Beach in Alameda, Lula met a young Swedish man named Gustav Hammerberg. Lula and Gus married on Halloween in 1921 when Lula was just 16 years old. Right after their marriage, Gus took Lula to Sweden to see his family for a few years. This is her passport picture. This next picture is of Grandma Lula, my great-aunt Mamie, and my great-great-grandpa Jason on the porch of their house in Ceres. And this picture is of Grandma Lula as I remember her best. She died when I was just 10 years old. My mother, Barbara Rachel Hammerberg, was born in 1928 in San Francisco. This is my mother in her 20s. After high school, she met and married my dad, Glenn Oliver, and they got married in April 1949. I came along 9 months later in February 1950. You've just seen 250 years of my family in the United States. This final picture is of me today, 2010, with my daughter Tina, born 1969 in San Francisco. I'm very proud of my female genealogy and will continue to search for clues about my earliest mothers. Thank you for letting me share.